Hello. I hope this isn't too early for some of you. I thought I would take advantage of the moment. My daughter is taking her nap. And I thought I would come on here and kind of give you guys a better idea of where I stand in a lot of this chaos that we call YouTube drama. Hi, Kitty. How are you? For the most part, I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt because I don't know, I like to see the best in everybody. I don't like to think that people are inherently evil. You know what I mean? I just like to believe the best in people. I like to think the best of people until they personally do something to me that makes me think otherwise. You're sick, but you're okay. About me, about you? What about me? No, nothing about me. I'm talking about in general, like on the YouTube community, like the whole drama community. You know, the drama community. I mean, this is what this conversation is going to be about. This live stream. I typically don't outright do drama for personal reasons. I don't think it's relevant. I don't think a lot of it's real. I think a lot of it's put on for views. I don't think there's any tangible reason for it. It's mostly just to pit people against each other, and it's childish. But I'm going to do a rundown on people that once I had respect for. Hi, Metro. But no longer have that same respect. And that's due to personal experience. And these are all people in the drama community. These are all people that, in all honesty, I gave a chance, 100% chance, and then they blew it on their own. So, with that being said, shall we begin? I think this is going to be fun. I'm just kind of sharing my experience, you know what I mean? I don't go off of other people's experiences to judge people. I go off of my own. And I want you to know where I'm coming from when I talk about certain people from the community. I want you to know. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? I was just saying that the reason why I titled this Benefit of the Doubt is because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Always. Especially on YouTube, because I don't know them personally. A lot of these characters, I call them characters because that's what they are. We don't really know them personally. We don't know what they're going through, etc. But I'm going to share some of my experiences that I've had with people in the drama community. Some people that have bigger channels, some people that have some more smaller channels. Well, they're all kind of small channels in the big scheme of things, but I'm going to share my experience with you guys, and so that way you can get a better idea of why I have a certain stance on certain people and why I steer clear of certain people and all that fun stuff. Like I said, I don't typically do drama streams, but I feel like this is kind of necessary. It's going to be a purge, I guess you could say. Like, I'm going to purge. I'm going to get it all out in the open. That way I don't have to keep talking about it, or at least, because I don't talk about drama though. It's going to be a purge of sorts. And this way it's like, I feel like I'm getting it off of my chest. I've mentioned certain people here and there in streams, and I have said, this, that, and the other, but I'm going to actually just go one by one, each person, and what my personal experience was with them and why I don't like them any longer or don't support them. Just so that way you guys kind of know, those of you that are new, kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from. Oh my God, so much drama. It's unbelievable, right, Sylvia? I know a couple of them personally, but that's me though. Oh, you do? Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know anybody really. And so, um, like I said, I'm going to go down the list. I left a couple off. There's a couple that I'm probably not going to really talk about because they're really irrelevant. But I'm talking about the more relevant ones, the ones that are kind of popular right now. Hi, Bren and Mr. D. I hope everyone's well. Okay, so before I begin, I just want to start off by saying I'm on Zoloft now, and it's making me so not hungry. Like, I've had to force myself to eat all day. And I almost feel feverish. I better not catch what baby Goal has because she's been feverish for a couple days and she puked a couple times. I'm just hoping that I'm not getting sick. So bear with me if I seem a little off. I'm kind of flushed and feeling icky, but I wanted to do this stream tonight because it's important to me that I kind of purge this bullshit. You know what I mean? I get it off my chest. It's no longer, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Let's see. Oh, hi, my cry. How are you? All right. I'm a little flushed. Anyway, shall we begin? I think we're going to start. And a lot of you people like some of the people that I'm going to talk about. And again, my version of drama is my truth. It's my experience that I had with each individual. It's not what someone told me. It's not hearsay. It's not false allegations. It's not doxing. It's not slandering. It's just straight up what happened to me with these individuals. So my version of drama is not as clickbaity. It's not as disrespectful. It's more grown up and real. And I'm going to start off with a big one. We're going to start off with a big name. I'm doing okay for now, Kitty. I'm still working. So here's somebody that I gave the benefit of the doubt to. Big time. Well, two people rather. But they're one entity. And again, I'm not judging you if you follow these people, if you like these people. That has nothing to do with me. Like who you want to like. I'm not one of those people that say, if you like so-and-so, you can't be over here. Because to me, that is ridiculous and that's really immature. I am not that person. So the person that I gave a benefit of the doubt to was MFW and Yaba. Those two, I really was like, you know what? Their banter's funny. I found them to be comical. And everybody would tell me like, oh, did you know that they did this, that, and the other? You know, they're really, really vile people, yada, yada. And I'm just like, I don't judge people off of what someone tells me. I judge people off of how they treat me. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And there'd be times where I'd see them doing some stuff. And I'm like, ooh, yeah. But I would just not really speak on it, or I would just kind of keep my mouth shut. You know, if I saw things happening, I would just kind of like, well, you know, I probably don't know the full story, you know. I would question if it's truth or not, but I wouldn't say it. So again, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I even had a YouTube friend on here that was really, really drugged by them. And there's a couple people that I follow, or used to follow rather, that were drugged by them. And I was just like, you know, again, I don't go off other people. I know that, you guys might call me heartless or cruel, but I genuinely go off of my experience with people. I'm not saying, you know, that their actions are right. I'm just saying I go off of, how they do me. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. Once you cross me, though, then, no way, go away. And so my first experience with the MFW and her coming for me, it started off with an Instagram DM, and it was a screenshot, and it was me talking about, I was in Shoot the Shit, I think, and I was talking about TDM, and I was like, I hope she realizes that he's not a good guy. Mind you, I don't really know anything except for what Shoot the Shit says about him and what he admitted to and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just like thinking, irky, although I have a little more respect for the guy, but I think he's kind of not a good person all around. I don't know. I don't really know him though. So I don't want to speak on it. But, she texts me with this screenshot and it says, "So what's up?" And I'm like, what? I just think that person's not a good person. I just think you should be careful. Like, that's what the screenshot says. And she's like, oh, okay, just checking. I'm like, well, that was weird. I've never really interacted with this person. I just watch her and I kind of chat in her chat sometimes. So I'm like, whatever, let it go. At least, she had a question for me. I answered it, hopefully. And then the second time I get a DM saying, hey, this person, MFW, is saying that you effed someone's husband. I'm like, what? So of course I had to look at the video, right? And it's in the beginning of one of her live streams, and it says, Nikki Rev is doing so-and-so's husband. I'm not going to say who, but she was reading the comments out loud. And then she proceeded to say, who's Nikki Rev? And literally, I was like, wait, you just messaged me on Instagram, but you don't know who I am, though. I'm in your chats a lot, yet you for some reason have amnesia and can't remember who I am, but you're going to state that I am effing someone's husband. Right on, Then I was like, okay, I'm just going to see, right then and there, you would think I should be up in arms. I should be like, no. But no, I bit my tongue and I'm like, well, she could just argue she's reading what people are saying in the comments. And, she probably has hundreds upon hundreds of emails. She probably genuinely doesn't know who I am. There's a lot of Nikki's on YouTube, right? So that's the second time I'm like, some shade was thrown my way. I'll let it go. Finally, the third one. I'm hoping I'm not boring you. Okay, good. Thank you. Embarrassed Christmas. Just have to follow your heart and instincts. Thank you. Hey, pretty. Hi, Tina. I see. Just stuck. Taking a break. Right on, Mr. D. Speak your mind. I love it. Okay, cool. That's what I'm planning on doing. Sorry, I have to get caught up on comments. But so finally, the third one, her little minion, Yaba, decides to post on Twitter that I'm a loser and she's sick of my crybaby bullshit. She's responding to some troll, And I'm like, really? And this is right when I am posting hateful comments. I just started that series. So she knows what she's doing. It's very calculated. And then I'm like, oh, no. And so, sure enough, you guys know about that live stream that I had, and, we thought she was blocked, but she wasn't, blah, 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 blah. Boring, yawn, it's over, whatever. She's like, come to the underground, everyone. It's very cliquish. And then I go into MFW's chat shortly thereafter. I'm like, I'm just checking to see if I'm still allowed in here. And this is after I've blocked Yaba and for coming into my chat. And she's trying to be a bish. She's trying to be a bish to me. She's trying to front, you know what I mean? And I have no respect for that. And so I proceed to get blocked. I've never said a bad thing in their chat. I've never once have been derogatory or disrespectful. I've always given the benefit of the doubt to those gals. And to blatantly get blocked for no reason, that was the third strike, and I was over it at that point. At that point, I'm like, okay, no holds bar. I'm done. I'm going to speak my piece about these girls, and it's going to be over with. It's going to be over with. You guys have disrespected me enough. And then at that point, I started to believe the other things. You know what I mean? The other things, which I'm not gonna delve into. But those of you that are familiar with these drama people, you know what their other things are. At that point, I started to believe those other things because it matched my experience with said people. You know what I mean? And also, mind you, like 90% of their chat, which has trolled me for over a year. Like, I'm talking, they're regulars. They have legit been trolling me for over a year. I've kept my mouth shut about it because it's just, again, it's unnecessary. But since I started doing these trolls on blast, it's definitely decreased quite a bit. So, I mean, there's a lot. And so that's my experience with said person, hence the reason why I don't care for them. I don't respect them anymore, and I don't follow them anymore. And that's just the way that is. Hi, Suzanne. I was in that live stream. Which one, Mr. D? Pound the like button. Thank you, Classic. In the live stream that they came in on. Yeah, it was a bunch of drama. The third person kind of ties into these two, and her name. Oh, baby girl's awake. She's awake. Ewok. That's cute. It was M by Mandy. Now, M by Mandy, if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, it's Makeup by Mandy. She's done me wrong a couple times. Again, I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not saying she's a shit person. I'm not saying, I'm telling you my experience with her. Okay, I want to share with you what happened to me and her. So the whole reason why Yaba doesn't like me anymore, I'm a crybaby bitch now, is because I told Makeup by Mandy to actually not come into my live streams temporarily. I had my own personal reasons for that, and we had already spoke on how she actually understands what a big deal it is that I let her in my chance, and she respected that about me. And so surely, I thought, hey, can you just take a time out like for a couple weeks and just take a step back? I had some real personal reasons as to why I asked this of her. And apparently it got her really butthurt. So she proceeds to tell Yaba this. And mind you, I didn't block her. I just asked her a favor. So she tells Big Mouth, and that's why Big Mouth doesn't like me anymore. Second one, I'm just gonna say R&R. He's a male. He called me a B word because I blocked him from my chats. There was a personal reason why I blocked him, and he took it too far and called me a B word. But the reason, all of a sudden I have him coming in my chats, and he's asking me, you believe what so-and-so said about me? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And again, this was something I spoke with Mandy. I spoke with her about something that I had a question about in reference to this guy. And she obviously told him that I was asking questions. So she's already told two people the things that I kind of trusted her in confidence about what I said. And so to me, when someone does that, like, I'm done. Like, you seem, I'm not like, that's why she's still blocked on my channel. I'm not like, oh, well, I'm never going to watch her and she's, I'm never going to, you know what I mean? She's a bad person. Da, 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 da. I mean, no, I'm not even going to go there. I'm going off of my experience with her, and I'm going to say that I am hurt by this person. She's done things that have hurt me, that have hurt my feelings, and I thought that I made fairly clear, but I guess not, because I've had no apologies, and that's fine. I'm not expecting one. Not everybody apologizes for when they hurt people, and that's okay. Like, I understand that. So, let's cross that one off. Poor baby. She sounds so sad. Ewok. Sorry, I'm grabbing supper. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You have no idea who any of these characters are? You're better off. Might cry. I understand that you needed some time and space. So anyway, next person. So I just knocked off 3 of these bad boys. Now we're gonna do one more. Stephanie Brown. Stephanie Brown. Here's one, again, I don't judge. I go off my own personal experience with people. How you do me is how I'm going to judge you, is how I'm going to be like, all right, do I need to watch out for this person, or are you cool? She's one of them. Now, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, per usual, like I do with everyone. I went into her chat, knowing that she hangs out with people that aren't really friends, I guess you could say. Went into her chat, and all she wanted to talk about was another YouTuber that I was friends with. Or I hope I still am friends with. I don't really know, but it's neither here nor there. All she wanted to talk about was this YouTuber. And she was talking about, like, conspiracy theories. So my presence, all of a sudden, the topic of conversation went to me and this other YouTuber. Of course, I was like, I came in here because you're talking about conspiracy theories. Now you're questioning me about someone else? Like, what about me? Hi, my name's Nikki Reb. Nice to meet you, Stephanie. But no, she proceeded to want to talk about somebody. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go. Bye. I'm like, that's really annoying. And then I start doing my Reading Hateful Comment series. I've also made a couple comments on Twitter about certain people. Again, for my own personal reasons, I have my reasons as to why I don't like people and why I like people. And sure enough, Stephanie B is there. Oh, you sound so thirsty. You're so thirsty. You're so thirsty. Like, she commented on literally, like, I want to say 6 or 7 of my tweets and saying that I was thirsty. And I'm like, oh, actually, she actually is the one who told me about her commentating on that, because I went in her chat and she's like, did you see my tweets? I'm like, no. So I'm like, okay. So I looked to see her tweets. That's how I found out about him. And so that was number 2. I'm like, ew. Like, really? That you do this? Your whole stream is about drama. That's all you have. And you're going to seriously call me thirsty? I have no respect for that. Done. Bye. Bye. And then all of a sudden I saw that she had some prison-bound people in her, like, I couldn't. I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here. I don't belong here. It's fairly clear. This is not my chat. So I slowly back away. But that's that heifer. Crossing them off as I go. Hi, Mimi D. Hello, Will. Nope, more drama. James. I don't even know you, James. Bye. But okay. I'm purging. Okay, if you don't get what I'm doing, then I'm sorry. Next time, try to tune into my makeup tutorial then. Anyway, so next are a kind of a couple of ladies that so we've got Diane and Wendy. I have my own run-ins with them. They were always trying to talk me out of liking this certain YouTuber. Always trying to talk me, always telling me, well, she did this, that, and the other. I'm like, listen, again, I have to reiterate this to a lot of people. Again, I only go off of how people treat me personally. I'm not going to go off hearsay. I'm not going to go off your experience with said person. I'm going to go off of how they treat me. People say that that's cruel and cold-hearted, then so be it. I'm not going to judge someone off of what any person says about that person. Just not going to happen. Period, point blank. These ladies both tried so hard to make me dislike somebody on YouTube, which I saw that was being bullied and actually is no longer on YouTube, and it sucks. But they tried to make me turn against said person. I wouldn't bite for anything they had to say. And so that was just my first experience with these two. And I'm like, gosh, you're annoying. One of them ended up getting a troll account, trolled me for a minute. She forgot about it, but said kind of a half-assed sorry in a stream once. I'm like, okay. And then they proceed to talk about my melasma, something that I'm very insecure about. And so I'm writing them off. They're no longer, I don't trust them as far as I could throw them. Like, I don't even want, they're just the epitome of what's wrong with these YouTube communities that just keep vampiring you to death with their drama. You know, they're like, have you ever heard of vampires? How they, like, there's these people that they can just suck the energy out of you just simply by being near you. You know what I mean? I feel like Wendy and Diane are definitely vampires. Because they legit I don't even know them personally, but my experience with them has already drained me of any caring that I could have had for them. So that was, again, these are my personal experiences, people. I am not going off of what people said. If you like these people, good on you. I'm not telling you not to like them. I'm telling you my personal experiences with said people. Any more word on cat pee? You know what, Will? I think it woke me up. When did this happen? Mimi D says. What are you talking about, Mimi D? They sure did, and you stood your ground. That's how strong you are. Thank you, Faith. Where and when did this happen? Where and when, like, what? I'm sorry. Where they talked about you. Oh, like the melasma thing? It was in one of their live streams. I don't recall the exact one. Hi, Whitney. Hi, Whitney. Oh, and also they orchestrated a whole, it is low. And they also orchestrated everyone coming over to my stream to troll me that day that Yaba was in chat. Which is like, whatever. It's either here or there. I mean, that's just one. Again, I'm listing all the things that these people have done to me personally, that there's a reason why I don't like them. So you guys know, like, I'm not just picking and choosing random ass people and being like, I don't like you. No, I don't do that. That's not how I roll. Never been that way. Just because so-and-so says not to like somebody doesn't mean I'm not going to like person. It's not how I work. Be right back. Yeah, it started raining. Oh, Metrosonic and Will talking about the weather. Baby girl's having a hard time, you guys. I'll have to go up there in a minute. This is the newest, well, this is the oldest, one of my oldest. I don't want to call her a troll. She started it with me. Let's just put it out there. Miss Fairy Garden. Now, mind you, in the beginning, I had some unkind words to say about said person before I knew her personally. But I quickly kind of nipped that in the bud and then apologized and moved the F on. She proceeds to put my name in a title of her video and speak on me like she knows me. Making fun of the way that I carry myself, how I talk, glasses on and off, hair flipping, you know. She also won't stop commenting on my videos. Her first comment was very crude. It was like a book long, and it was on my daughter's video, and I said that was very disrespectful. and you don't put comments of drama on my daughter's videos. She never apologized for that. I'm like, all right, take down my name off of your videos. Stop trying to get views off of using my name. She never took down. So I'm like, okay. And she still to this day likes to leave books and paragraphs about how people don't like me simply because of who I am as a person. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, if that's all right, you know, whatever. If you don't like me, you don't like me. Okay. Like, cool. You know? Yeah, so she's just a kind of, and also, again, this could have been a troll, but a lady with that same name and picture reached out to my husband via email, and I thought that was crossing a line. Now, I could have been a troll her, because also I've had a lot of people be like, well, it could have been a troll. It could have been true. That's true. That's true. But I just think that's kind of underhanded and creepy. So, again, another person that I've written off that I have no respect for. You'll never catch me in their chats. Just hands down, they're not. My experience with them has not been the best. Again, if you watch this person, good on you. I'm not expecting you not to watch them. I'm not going to create a whole group of hate towards said person. Do what you will. I'm telling you my experience with her. And now that we got that one done, we're crossing them off. Now, Savage was on my shit list, but you know what? She's no longer on my shit list. I had a minute, I was like, I don't know about that one. But no, she's redeemed herself in many ways. I don't even need it. I don't even, you know, I like her now. I never thought I would say that. The other two are just, again, people that are backstabbers, but I'm not going to mention them. But I'm kind of, again, tell you that I always, no matter with whomever, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they do something to me personally. I don't see the point in judging somebody before, you know, like if I go off my own experiences with people, that's how I've always been, and that's how I will forever be. Although, considering this YouTube-y kind of land that we're in, this weird community and the drama and the weird trolls and the people doing troll accounts and people doxing people, I think from here on out, I'm going to be, if someone warns me about somebody, I'm going to definitely be wary, and I'm going to definitely proceed with caution, and I'm going to definitely, if they're my friend, respect their wishes if they don't want me to talk to said person, or if that said person hurt them and they feel uncomfortable. I'm just going to listen to that, because if I would have listened to certain people in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have had this many run-ins with these people. Like, you know what I mean? Again, I always have to, you know, prove it to myself. Like, you know, I assume everyone's a good person, and that's just not the case, especially on here. It's just not the case. I do. Most people purge in private. And bears, I do. What have you done to anyone, Mimi? Nothing. I mean, well, Mimi, in the beginning, they'll say, oh, you're just a disgusting person. In the beginning, you know the YouTuber that I'm talking about, I would chime in and talk shit in her chats. And again, this is a long time ago. We're talking over a year ago. And I have actually apologized for any shit talk. And it gets me nowhere. Like, I would sit here and bite my tongue and not talk shit on these people, but they can come for me, keep coming for me, you know. And I've decided that, you know what, biting my tongue doesn't work. What works is action. What works is putting people on blast. I'm not going to sit back and just take it anymore. Whether that pisses you guys all off and it gets you all riled up, you know what I mean? I'm just done. But so now that I've purged those people, Yeah, like, I mean, there's two that I'm not going to even talk about. But now that I've purged those people, I'm washing my hands of them, okay? Excuse me, I have indigestion. They no longer exist to me, okay? They don't. Unless they'd like to say sorry, unless they'd like to apologize, you know, because I'm all for giving people a second chance. Like, you know what I mean? Because we're human. We make mistakes. I've had to apologize on my end. I'll be the first to say when I'm fucking up. And, you know, that's part of being a grown-up. So, if they'd like to apologize to me, I'm very open to that. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Sorry I was busy back. Good for you. I will always support you. Thank you, Mimi D. Hi, Computer Blue. So, yeah. So now that I've purged them bishes, done with them. See, I didn't dox anybody. I don't think I called anybody names. Did I? I don't know. Like, you know, it's a matter of respect. I'm not going to sit here, like, I mean, this is a good example. I'm going to do it. See, this I'm going to apologize for in advance. Like, what would be, like, underhanded and cruel is, I mean, even though Miss Fairy Garden, she's already come for me, she's made it apparent she does not like me, you know, she just continues to comment on my videos. I don't show them in my hateful comments because, well, I don't want to give her any satisfaction. But, I mean, at least I don't go on live streams drunk. You know what I mean? You're in recovery. And, like, I don't know if this is underhanded or not, but she sounds real slurry, right? I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. She goes on her streams and she sounds really slurry and really, you know, and to me, like, if you guys were her friends, knowing her past, like, help a sister out. Like, you know what I mean? It's fairly clear she needs some help. So if you could just kind of nudge her in the way of an AA or like perhaps a rehab, that'd be great. Because if she was my friend, I know for a fact that I'd be doing that. That's an example of an underhanded, but see how nicely that was done though? Do you see the difference between class and trash? Do you see? No? Okay. Anyway, I'm done. She's getting dragged where, computer? And Bear Christmas. I think you know who that is. Thank you, Metrosonic. I've seen go on it. Makes me feel sick. I won't say anything about anyone. I would love to speak to her in private. That one. Would you? Ham and Company? What? You guys. Let's see. I'm not even going to go there. Let me hurry up and get off there so I can go there. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she's kind of, you know, I don't trust. You already know how I feel about that one. So, but yeah. I'm going to proceed to do me, whether it's, you know, makeup tutorials, reading hateful comments. But I'm also open to suggestions. I'm also open to critiquing. I don't know. Like, I'm never going to be that drama person, but I will, from here on out, always stick up for myself. No matter what. Nobody's going to take that from me. And I'm proud of that. I am. I'm proud of that. Bye, Mr. D. And I'm gonna say to you guys, you know, don't be afraid of these people. You know, they try to act big and bad, but when it comes down to it, they're really this Like, they're minute. They're not anything to worry about. They're more talk than they are bite, more bark than they are bite. And a lot of hurt people. So, granted, it's easy to jump in and start name calling and pointing out obvious things to be a dick, but as a community, I think there's more to life than dragging people. And uh, like I said, I will always stick up for myself from here on out. And I want to say I'll take another 24, but it's not that meeting. You know what I mean? Like, um, so you guys get what I'm going with, get where I'm going with this, right? I believe that. But yeah, and I appreciate you guys that have kind of followed me this thus far, and don't judge me when I do delve into some drama, which I don't like to do because again, I'm a happy person. I have a good life. I couldn't wish for anything more than what I have. Like, I would not trade anybody, like I'm happy. And I think a lot of people see that and it pisses them off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, oh, people are jealous because I'm hot. Like, which I'm sure some of it that's true. But, like, I don't know. I think they see happiness in me and they want to, like, take it away from me. And that they'll never, ever, 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 ever do that. And so, just so you people know, when I'm reading hateful comments and stuff, trust and believe they're not getting to me. They never will. And trust and believe this will never be a drama channel. This will forever be a safe space for all of us. And I'll never stoop to their level. Never. So you don't have to worry about, feeling shame for supporting me. You know what I mean? Ninja training. Nikki, you have a good night. Hope baby girl gets better. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta go check up on her faith and hope. Faith, hope, and love. Well, Nikki is inspiration. Well, thank you. My cry. I get it, says Mimi. Cool, I'm glad you do. Thanks. So ninja training. Metrosonic, how old are you? Speaking of certain drama, how old are you, Metrosonic? I'm just curious. And I'm not talking about the piss bag. You're 31? Okay. I'm just making sure. Right? My cry, he's 14. What? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to start, but I don't know. Do you think? Mamie Day said, "Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm dealing with my depression." I'm sorry, Kitty, to hear that. Oh no, be careful. Is this a test? I don't know. I don't know. No, my cry is not 14. Computer Blue, no. My cry is not 14. I think he just said that to be funny. No, he's not 14. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. I'm not even going there. I already went there with the piss bag in my last makeup tutorial that I just did. If you guys want to hear me chime in on that, I will. You can go back and watch it. But I'm not touching that. So peace, love, stay positive, even though I know it's really hard sometimes. And I'll catch up with you later. Oh my goodness. Bye, Sylvia, Mimi D, Computer Blue, My Cry, Metrosonic, Kitty, everybody that chimed in and was here. I appreciate you guys.